and gentlemen, Ben Bailey.
Oh yeah! Woo! Hello, 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 hello. If you're out there and enjoying the show, then try to give hearts, show me some love. Just keeps disconnecting and reconnecting Facebook every 20 seconds. Probably on the wrong Wi-Fi. Hello, 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 hello.
Do you want me to try and change it?
This is the way we start the show. Hello, hello in Ontario. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, it's already fucked up again. Every single time. Facebook is cutting out continuously. Trying to reconnect. Great. Off to a flying start. This is the opening segment of the show. It's called Guess What Fucking Went Wrong This Time? Tonight, I didn't have it connected to the right fucking Wi-Fi. 5G, this one, babe.
Wait, I was waiting for it to come up.
Oh, and we're off to a flying start.
I don't know what your Facebook is.
It's already open, but... All right, trying to reconnect. Maybe they'll reconnect and stay there, hopefully. Hello, are you there? Is anybody there? It's me, Ben Bailey, and I'm working from home still, episode 60, motherfucking 2. It is unreal. It is absolutely unreal how often and quickly something goes wrong trying to do a live stream. Hope you guys are appreciating it and loving it. We are, except for that part. But it looks like things are good now. Looks like we're rolling. We're getting a lot of hearts there on Instagram. Thank you very much. Hello from 1996 dial-up. Wow, that's a long way away, man. That's a long way away. What's going on now?
I got told Twitter was down. I'm going to restart it. There's only one.
Twitter was down. Okay, so far 2 out of 4 platforms have crashed. We've been live for just over 3 minutes, and we are fucked at 50% of our... What are you doing? Trying to
get to the home screen. Oh, it's an old...
It's one of the old ones.
It's an old phone.
Let's go back. All right, let's start off with some dead fucking time, everybody. How about that? Hope you guys all had a great week. We had a pretty good week. We're getting snow, man. We're getting pounded. We are in the Northeast, and I believe it's a nor'easter, which is like pretty cool meteorology slang for a storm that hits the Northeast. It's called a nor'easter. And it sucks. Like, although it's fun. I mean, snow is pretty fucking fun. Snow. If you've never seen snow, like someone who came from Australia, say, to these parts, might be like, oh my God, what is that white stuff falling from the sky? It's amazing. It's beautiful. And the people that grew up around here are like, yeah, it's going to be around till spring. Gets all over everything. Everything's wet. You can hardly walk. Sometimes you can't open the doors. But it's beautiful. I've never seen it before. I want to go sledding. Can we go sledding? No, we can't go sledding. We just have to sit around in the house and wait for it to go away. That is not at all what we do around here. We love the snow. Hello, we love the snow. And we're getting buried right now. There are walls of snow going up outside. It's not going to be like Buffalo that one year. You literally got 10 feet of snow. I'm sure you guys remember well. I don't know why I'm reminding you. You're like, wait, what? What do you mean? I don't remember that. When did that happen? You don't remember the year that it snowed and we couldn't get out of the house? Like we literally couldn't get out of the house? No, what year was that? I remember last year and the year before, but you don't remember we had to carve a hole the size of the door. We had to run through like Wile E. Coyote, leaving a tunnel that's perfectly shaped. How did Wile E. Coyote manage to shuffle through like the whole thing was like this? You guys got 10 feet of snow in Buffalo, and people literally couldn't get out of the house. They were like opening upstairs windows to go outside. And they literally like sent out messages like, hey, if there's anyone within driving distance to come and help us. I was like, well, it's a pretty long haul, but we'll probably have to start helping long before we actually get to Buffalo. But somewhere between here and Buffalo, they got like 6 feet. And I assume they need help too, even though they have 4 feet less. That is an insane amount of snow. It snowed so much they canceled a football game. Literally canceled a football game. And then they were like, all right, so it's going to be later in the week. And if you guys could come and help us shovel out the stadium, it's going to take 50,000 people to shovel this thing out. Everyone has to do their own part. So if you show up with a shovel and carve your way to your seat, then that part is done. And then if everyone does that, in theory, there should still be about 70 feet of snow on the field where you guys threw all of your snow. All I'm saying is we're about to get buried, folks. And we didn't freak out. We tried not to freak out like people freak out. They're like, oh, it's going to snow. Let's go to the grocery store and buy fucking everything that we can buy. There's a big snow coming. Do you think we should go to the store and clean them out of whatever we can? Yeah. Yep. Because we're the only ones that shop there, so wouldn't it be, it's just fine if we take all of the beans. Nobody else wants any beans. I never got that. It's like, you don't live in a remote, how much, you probably have you have enough food in your house. If you didn't buy anything, you probably have enough food in your house to survive for several days. I mean, because everyone has this shit in their house that they have, but they're not really going to eat. Like every 2 years, like, I think, should we throw some of this shit away and admit that we're never going to eat these crackers that taste like fucking air freshener? Let's just throw them away. I'm sorry. I made a wrong call. I ordered them online. They're fucking horrible. We don't have to keep them anymore. Here's the rule. If the dog won't eat it, throw it away. Just for food. Don't start feeding the dog other stuff because dogs will eat whatever anything you hold like this and go, la, 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 here you go. It's going. So be careful. Don't toss something to a dog that you don't want it to fucking eat because it'll eat it. It's like a baby. You put a bottle in a baby's mouth and it's like, and it's staring at you so intently. Oh, so intensely, intently, both. You can see the fear because the baby is like, this better be the right shit in here because I'm going until it's gone and there's no stopping it. Then a little burp and they vomit and then they pass out. Town drunk. Babies are like town drunks. I don't know how we got there from snow. A lot of snow. There's so much snow in Buffalo that people's babies are getting drunk. Welcome to the show, everyone. This week's topic, tangential. We're going to be jumping around a bit. We're about to get buried. 24 inches. We're gonna get, everybody. Wow. That's fucking bullshit. I have no idea how much it's gonna be. Every time I look, it's different. I'd be the worst weatherman because I would just have so much fun just bullshitting people. It's gonna snow 11 feet on Friday, and then it's gonna be 75 and sunny all day Saturday. It's going to wash all of that snow, just going to melt away like it never happened. Because it fucking didn't, because that's not what's going to happen on Friday. I'm not going to tell you what's really going to happen. You're just going to have to bring extra shit and try to be prepared for all sorts of different weather conditions. There, now you see what it's like without me. Fuck yourselves complaining about the weather like I caused it. I'm just trying to tell you guys what it's going to be. Wow, I think I just channeled Ben Bailey, the weatherman from Detroit. I just felt your pain, other Ben Bailey. Everyone blaming you, the weatherman, for the weather, throwing milkshakes at you as they drive by. That's actually in a movie called The Weatherman. Pretty fucking funny part, actually. It's Nicolas Cage plays a weatherman. Everyone's just giving him shit. Someone just throws a milkshake at him and hits him in the forehead. A whole milkshake. And I'm like, wow, is that like homage to Coming to America? Because there's a scene there where someone gets a milkshake. I guess that's pretty embarrassing stuff. It's the bottom for the protagonists in both films. They have a milkshake thrown, and in both cases, I gotta be honest, I was like, why wouldn't you drink that? That's a fucking. I don't care how mad you are about the weather. When you have a chocolate milkshake in your hand. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking, I'm not going to throw this. I was planning to throw it at that guy before I bought it, but now that I'm holding it, oh my God, there's no way. Because it's a fucking milkshake. What's better than a milkshake? I always feel like people that have serious drug addictions should, like, remember how good fucking ice cream is, you know? Like, nope, you can't have any more heroin, but... There's chocolate chip mint. All right, I mean, it's not the same, right? But it's pretty fucking good. It's like urinating versus ejaculating. It's not the same. But it's pretty fucking good. Especially if you have to hold it for a long time. And you're like, oh my God, it's almost as good. It's been 2 days, and I don't know why anyone would hold a piss for 2 days. Because then it feels like you're coming, that's why. Oh my goodness, we've taken a very adult turn, and just 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes in. 12 minutes, 34 seconds, to be precise. Said me in my old school film star voice. Just you back off. You understand me? I'm a gentleman. Oh. Oh, start the projector. I don't know if I have any old-time movie quotes. Oh, I have a kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
Let me think about it. A movie came to mind, but I don't know if it's a. I think it's a quote that no one's going to get, and I don't actually have it completely right in my mind, so I can't do it.
I didn't mean to throw you. It's just
No, it's fine.
I'm just having fun with the buttons.
No, it's fine. It's okay. Everything's fine. Just don't throw milkshakes at me.
Don't throw milkshakes at me anymore.
Yeah, there's the weather guy in Detroit. His name's Ben Bailey as well. He is also Ben Bailey. I am Ben Bailey, and he is also Ben Bailey. I don't know if you guys are noticing the stipulation. I am Ben Bailey, and he is also Ben Bailey. That's his name, also Ben Bailey. Because I'm the original! There's probably like 10,000 other Ben Baileys out there. And as much as I'm annoyed when I get email notifications that one of them is in the news in some capacity, they must just be like, oh my God, with this guy. We know about you and your taxi show. Other Ben Baileys are doing things too. I think it's just really funny to realize that and I didn't until I became a famous person, a known person. Then I realized that there's all these other Ben Baileys out there, not just Bens, not just people that have my first name or that just have my last name, but there's a lot of dudes that have both. There's like a whole there's a battalion of Ben Baileys out there. And I want to organize those fuckers. I think it's right that I should be in charge, even though I have no military experience. There was actually a British comic, who did a show about other people that had his name, his exact name. And ironically, I can't remember their name. You'd think that it would have stuck with me, because that was, the whole thing was his name, but I can't remember it. I don't remember it, but I remember my name. It's Ben Bailey, the original. Not the other one, but the real one. It's pretty interesting, though, because he's been the weather guy in Detroit for quite some time. And I'm not saying he's old. I'm just saying he's been the weatherman there for a long time. And I was doing commercials there for DTE Energy, Know Your Own Power. Grow your own flowers. There's like 40 minutes of outtakes of me saying the wrong line on purpose during those ads. DTE Energy, take your own showers. Ben, what? Could you just... DTE Energy, grow your own flowers. Ben! Sorry, I can't help it. I keep planning on saying the right line, and then when it gets time to do it, I just can't do it. I just love a good gag is all. You can't hold that against me, can you? I don't know who that guy was, but I hope he never comes back. He's a little bit annoying. I find the man a little bit annoying. Yeah, we went to Detroit. We were checked into a certain casino hotel downtown, and we went upstairs with our room keys to our suite. And as we went to go into the suite, the door would not open because someone was fucking in there already. And you could change the inflection of that, and I'm pretty sure that was true as well. So someone was fucking in there already. Because what else are you going to do if you're just in there watching? You're not going to lose your job over a cartoon during work hours. But sex with a coworker, fuck. Straight to the presidential suite and flip that thing. The funny part is that, the bellman was not at all surprised. Oh, well, we'll just give you this one over here. Right across the hall? Okay. And we went in and we was glued to the peephole. Who's coming out over there? Watching and watching. Nobody came out. No one. The bellman fucking went in. Nobody came out. That reminded me of those little kid mud puddle jokes. Two men and a man and woman went into a mud puddle. 3 came out. And you're like, oh my God, they had a baby in the mud puddle? How long were they in there, man? They were there for a long time. Through the whole gestation period? Must have been one hell of a mud puddle. I remember walking around downtown Detroit, and it was like from block to block. One block was like, wow, this is really nice. Look at the brand new building. And the next one was like, okay, all right, just go ahead, just take it. It wasn't that bad. But there was no one out on the streets. And it was one of the first places I remember seeing the Crosswalk countdown. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Crosswalk countdown. I feel like everyone is now. But when I was a kid, there was no Crosswalk countdown. There weren't even the crosswalks. You just you looked for cars, and if there were no cars, then you go. Right? And then it was like, oh, there's a thing at every, now that there's crosswalks, and people have to stop. It's a whole new fucking world. Can you believe how long it took for there to be pedestrian crosswalks that people had to stop their cars for? Before that, it was like, no, the people in the cars have more important shit to do than the people on foot. If their show is important enough, they would be driving, they wouldn't be walking. So you can wait on the side of the road until the important people in their vehicles go by. And then eventually he was like, hey, yeah, that's all well and good, except that people are getting run over. The people with less important stuff to do are getting run over by the other. So we need to make some rules, and we need to have some notification system. We need a poll that will tell people to wait. You come up and push a button, and it goes, wait. Okay, I came for help, not orders. Wait. And if you keep pushing it, by the way, it's not even a button, it's just a thing that you touch. It doesn't fucking move. And it just knows your hand. It's like, oh, hi, Ben. Wait. Oh, Ben Bailey at this location at this time. Wait. I'm like, stop, I'm waiting. Quit. He said, well, stop touching me and I'll stop saying it. I'm like, I can't stop touching you because it's making you say it, but I want you to stop saying it, but I can't stop touching it. Wait. The other people are like, stop touching it. Oh, but I just wanted to see if there's any updates. Wait. Should we still wait? Wait. What? Wait. What? Stop touching a fucking button. Now I'm wrestling with strangers. They're trying to get me away from the post because I can't stop. They're attacking me, and I'm like, wait. There never used to be any of that. It was literally like, run for your life! Go! Now there's a whole crosswalk countdown. It counts down to when you can go and when they cannot go. And then when it's their turn, right? And then it does it the other way. The problem is you can see both from wherever the fuck you are, right? So you're there waiting, and it's like, the thing flips over, and it's like, go, and it starts counting down. 18, 17, 16. Now, for me, it's fine. I'm like, it'll take me 6 or 7 seconds to walk the fuck over there. I got like 11 or 12 seconds to do. I can do what I want with that. I could use it up now before I go. I could use up 6, walk across in 7. I still got 6 or 7 left. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. But say I was like 75, 80 years old, and I had a walker. I had led a sedentary lifestyle, and I could not move quickly. That 18 seconds looks pretty fucking different to that person, right? Like, 18 seconds! Ah! Go! We better go! They're out in the middle. They're like, I'm 12 seconds in, and I'm only halfway there. I got 6 to go, and I need 12. I got 6 to go, and I need 12 to get back. And now I got 4 to go because I spent 2 thinking about how I was fucked at 6, and I'm screwed. There's nothing for me to do right here. Meanwhile, the people in the cars are watching the same countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2. I was kicking back to where I started. I can't get across to the other side. I'm just gonna have to stay here in the middle and try to be narrow as I can. 3, 2, 1. I don't think it's better. That's what I'm saying. Wait. I like that. That part's good. Wait. But then have something else to say, like, wait. Let's think about this. You're only going to have 18 seconds. Maybe you should just go home. No, I think I'm good. Wait. Please. Please listen to me. I've seen it too many times. I cannot move from this place. Wait. Wait. I wish you could like stutter it like that. I'd still be out there playing with it. What? And I'd be like, hello, all the way at the top of the hill. Come, babe. I'm like, what? Wait, what? What? Yeah, transcribe that shit. Type that shit out. Show me how that looks on paper, way do it. Yeah. Episode 62, and I'm losing my mind in a good way over you. Holy shit, thank God for this show. Okay, so I segued into that using Detroit, but that Detroit is not actually the first place I saw the Crosswalk countdown.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was in D.C. It was in Washington, D.C. And I wrote this whole, like, right, the first time I saw it, you know, I experienced it, I wrote this whole bit that I've just done here now for you.
Yeah.
And I performed it that night, and then the next day someone was like, you know, a lot of comics, they talk about that. And I'm like, yeah.
There's always going to be someone there to help you out.
I'm like, I improv'd. I wrote the whole thing based on my experiences of the afternoon. And I crushed with it on the show at 8 o'clock, and then again on one at 10. And you want to criticize me for subject matter saying that it's been covered? Fuck you! We just started having this shit yesterday!
Well, I'm just saying, you know, a lot of comedians have already talked about the Crosswalk countdown, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that I don't like what you did. I'm just saying if you just want to go ahead and write about stuff that a lot of people have already covered, then that's fine. You just go ahead and do that. It's up to you. If you want to be original, you can be original. Or you can just talk about the Crosswalk thing like fucking everybody else.
Okay, but we didn't have those before yesterday, so fuck you!
Sorry, I'm just gonna back up a little. That was a little bit intense. I was very close to you guys, and I was screaming at you. So I'm just gonna give you a little bit of room. I'm gonna back up over here. Look how much smaller I am. I'm not really. I'm just further away. Grover covered this whole concept pretty well, I think, for everybody. He taught that fucking lesson so well, Grover, that no one ever had to cover it again. No one ever was like, wait, I don't understand. Near or far. Like, Grover fucking told you. This is far. Near. Near. This is near. And this is far. This is very... This is not even that far. There's only a couple of feet. It's not really that far. People are like, what's wrong with Grover? It's really not that far. Is Grover a smoker? Is he smoking? You're hanging around with Oscar on the brakes and smoking cigarettes. No wonder you're so out of breath after running 10 feet. Near and far. It shouldn't make you that out of breath, Grover. Near. This is near. Remember how winded he was?
No, I didn't.
This is far. Wait, you're not familiar with the Grover near and far?
I forgot he was out of breath.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he would like boom, 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 boom. He would patter all the way back, and then he's like, near. This is near. I'm just gonna do that for the rest of the show. Another 30 minutes of me doing near and far with Grover, Smoker Grover. Near. This is near.
All right, Smoker Grover.
Smoker Grover. I didn't mean to do it that time. I just did. Smoker Grover. It's a new character.
Nice.
It's like the most offensive abuse of a great children's character. Smoker Grover is so high. I slipped into Cookie Monster a little bit. Did you hear that? There's a little bit of Cookie Monster coming through there.
Smoker Grover can only be played by a grown man with a very deep voice.
Smoker Grover. That slipped into Cookie Monster. Oh, those are some of the best things, man. They really are. Those old Sesame Streets, and as opposed to the new ones. I'm sure there's new ones.
I can't get down with the new ones.
That's probably all CGI stuff, right?
Yeah.
I miss the real puppets.
There's real puppets, but
This is near. And far is over there, but I'm not running all the way over there. I'm going to stay here and finish my smoke. Smoker Grover. Yeah, I miss the puppets and the Muppets.
yeah.
The Muppet Show. Oh, was there ever a show? I mean, is there another show that could compare with the Muppet Show? I mean, honestly, it's in a class by itself.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, the Jim Henson's son, I believe, made a movie called Happy Time Murders. Have you seen that?
No.
It's fucking great. It's like it's like a real full-on cop crime drama comedy.
Oh.
Starring the lead character is a puppet.
Right.
Melissa McCarthy's in it.
We
It's
caught
fucking
the
great.
end of that
Oh my
one
God.
night, and you were telling me how good it was.
Oh, it's fun. I love it. It's one of my favorite new comedies. So brave and fucking awesome. Really funny.
That's hilarious. I'll have to look and see if we can find
It's
it.
really good. It's really good.
I really enjoyed it. I didn't smoke the whole time. I watched the whole thing without a smoke break.
Old time Grover. Grover's still sitting around somewhere. He's not saying anything these days. Remember that awful joke? What did Kermit the Frog say when Jim Henson died?
Croak?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, because he was the voice.
Oh, God.
It was so harsh.
I think there's
It
gonna be
was so
something about
brutal.
croaking.
It's another one of those like grade school jokes.
Do you guys say croak for dying here?
Yes, we do. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Croak for dying. We say it all the time. I couldn't croak for dying up there. See, I just. Yes, we do. Yeah, we use the term croak, which is, it's interesting. I'll tell you how that started. It goes back to the very first frog death, which occurred in a lab in the late 1700s. And right as he went, he croaked. It was a frog. They couldn't get him to croak, and then, he finally, they were pushing him in the belly like you do, and then finally, he croaked, and he died right at the same time. And they were like, and then the other scientists came in, and they were like, what happened? And they're like, he croaked. And they took that to mean that he died, and that's how the expression was born. The death of the first lab frog.
Poking him in the belly like
Yeah, well, if you're trying to get a frog to croak.
I love you. Poking him in the belly like you
They were
do.
poking him in the belly like you do. If you've got a frog and he won't croak, what do? You poke him in the belly then.
Right? I mean, it only makes sense.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, my God, I'm a rambling fool. And you guys are fantastic for listening. I think it's time for the first cash cab drive-by.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
I focused so hard on getting this cab to do a nice little pattern. Cheers, everybody. The music signifies a cash cab drive-by. That means it's time to take a sip of your beverage. We all will together. Keep in mind that you are allowed to sip your beverage at any time during the show. You don't have to wait for the cash cab drive-by.
Nice.
Yeah, it's your beverage after all, so sip it as you like. But you better do it during a drive-by, because that's when everyone's doing it. And we're toasting good things. Good things like keeping our asses clean and being kind to one another.
It sounded very ominous, those good things.
That's me. I'm like a. I have a condition. It's called resting psycho face. If I'm not laughing or smiling, I look like I want to kill you. That's just how it is. I'll show you. That's me doing nothing at all with my face.
It's so true.
Resting psycho face. So I generally, my message, if you will, and you fucking better, you will. My message is happy and compassionate one, but like I have the face of a sentry of a of some sort of guard or something to enforce the happiness that I've just told you that you should, be good to each other.
Or I'll kill you.
Yeah, I am Colossus, which is a supercomputer from a movie of the same name from the 50s. It's a great fucking someone says resting psycho face is awesome. Thank you. It is my term. And I came up with it out of pure necessity. Just giving you another example of the resting psycho face there. What was I talking about? I started talking about something. You weren't listening either. I know I wasn't. Clearly I was not.
People being happy.
People being happy. My message is happy, right? So I'll come and tell you that you need to be happy and then enforce that with violence if necessary. Like on stage, people heckle me. I'm like, I will beat you. I will smash. I will physically hurt you until you start laughing. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense at all. That's not what you're supposed to do, but that's how seriously I take my job. I will beat you until you laugh if that's what it takes. But so I'm Colossus. This is an old movie from the 50s, the 1950s. Colossus is a supercomputer devised to establish peace on Earth. And this has been a largely revisited concept. I've seen it I've been watching the Marvel movies, the Avengers movies, and Captain America, and Thor, the Thor movies, Ragnarok. And I got to tell you, they're fucking great. I love them all. They're so good. But this theory that the first place I ever heard of it was around before.
Yeah.
That I ever heard of the theory that I first heard about in the film Colossus comes back in a lot of these things. And that is they've created a machine to establish peace on Earth. And it decides that the only way to establish peace on Earth is with the threat of death. It figures it out. Okay, you guys are never going to stop fighting, so you must all live under the threat of total extinction in order to be peaceful. So I'm that way about comedy. You laugh or else. You laugh and you feel good about yourself and the things around you, or I'll give you a knuckle sandwich, which is a term that I think we should bring back. I don't know how we ever lost it. The knuckle sandwich. Hey, did you take care of those guys? Yeah, I gave them a couple of knuckle sandwiches. Like, really? Old time movie thug? A knuckle sandwich. Hey, you guys hungry? That's how you set it up. Hey, you guys hungry? Are we hungry? Yeah, we're hungry. Why? Because I thought I'd give you a couple of knuckle sandwiches. That's why. But you can't make the joke because as soon as you say it, they're going to punch you. I thought I'd give you guys a couple of knuckle. So you got to wait till after. You beat the guys up and then you go, yeah, I thought maybe you guys was hungry for some knuckle sandwiches, which I then gave to you. It'll never work. It's not worth the joke. It's not as good as...
They've got to be really slow.
It's not as good as knock knock, who's there, go fuck yourself. That's a pretty fantastic setup if you ever really... It's simple, it's straight.
Yeah, to the point.
To the point.
So eloquent.
So eloquent, yeah. Hand ratty. All right, that's a movie quote. That's tonight's movie quote. Would you fellas like me to tell you a joke? Referring back to the scene that I just quoted before. Oh my God, episode 62, guys. $55 raised for No Kid Hungry on Facebook as of right now, and $5 on Instagram. Thank you very much, you guys. That's potentially as many as 550 meals on Facebook tonight, and 50 on Instagram. That's
awesome.
the difference that you guys are making with those. We have been promoting these charities all the way along. We started this show, for those of you that don't know what's going on, we started this show live, working from home, out of the basement, when we first got locked down due to COVID, which was, what year was that? That was way back in 2020,
Yep.
17 years ago. And it was like, we're going to do this for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and then we'll get back to our lives. It's now been a year. I think it's coming up on a year since we actually started doing this show. And one of the things that stuck with me when we right before we started this was, it never occurred to me how many people depended on their school or their workplace for food, either free or at a discounted rate. And then it was like, oh my God, what are they going to do now? So that's why we chose these two charities.
We just got 2 more donations while you were
Oh,
talking.
no way. That's fantastic.
Delana K and David Soros.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it just popped up on Facebook. That's so
I'm gonna
awesome,
say
you
that
guys.
wrong, I'm sorry.
But so it's all of a
Sideways to
sudden,
me.
there was all these people that were not getting meals that they were getting. Like the next day, I was like, no, you have no more meals. So
Right.
No Kid Hungry, Feeding America, both are catering.
Well, it's not just the kids being out of school. It's like that those kids, school was their only meal.
Yeah. No, I
So
know.
even if they're back in school right now, if their parents can't work.
Right, yeah, the kids at school and the people that I said school or workplace.
No, I mean,
I was covering both.
It's like the kids not getting fed when they're at home.
What are you saying?
I'm saying
Whose
they
kids are we talking
They make
about?
sure the kids have more than just that meal at school.
Right. Yeah, it's not just the meals that they get at school. Some of them depend on depend on the school for all of their meals.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're saying, but I'm sure that you're well intentioned.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying thank you to those people who donated, and also thank you to David for donating another $20.
David, in the tip jar?
Yep.
Oh my
in
God.
the tip jar.
We set up a tip jar, you guys. A lot of you guys are asking, hey, how can we tip you? How can we pay you something for the show? We have a tip jar on Venmo. It's Ben Bailey Comedy on Venmo, right? And somebody put a nice tip in there. It's Kowalski again.
David again. Yep. And
You guys are really-
But, I'm sorry, babe. It's not for you. It says for Sparklebark treats.
Oh,
#, no good boy hungry. # feeding the doggo.
oh, nice! I love it. But like the hearts to Emma, that money is coming straight to me. That's very sweet, man. What a
Thank
nice
you.
guy. Thank you, David. He's. You guys are letting him do too much. You need.
But I
He was
think
very generous tipping.
That was fun hearing that bit. I haven't heard you do the crosswalk countdown in a long time.
Oh, thanks, babe.
I don't know.
I had forgotten about it, honestly, and I'm sure I left out at least 5 minutes of it.
I was wondering if people at home had already heard it. But I was thinking, I know, when you go on the road, people are like, do that bit, and people have their favorite bits. If you guys want to tip Ben through Venmo, you can request a bit or ask a question if there's a question you really want.
Yeah, let's do questions. I don't really want to have people requesting bits because then they're like, here's $20, do the bit, and then I might as well be a little monkey with symbols.
I'm not saying you have to, but they can say.
I'm half fucking around.
Okay.
But like, do this one is very close to dance
But
monkey.
I'm saying I'll give priority to the tip jar people for the,
well, of
for the
course.
questions
Absolutely.
and stuff I send your way.
Have we got
It
one
helps
now?
because they pop up on my phone.
Have we
with
got
a
one now? Have we got a
notification.
question now that we could do? Take a minute.
I don't
Sort
have one.
that out, love.
I
if you
don't
could.
have one here right this minute, but I was,
Well, first of all, by the way, everybody, let me introduce. I haven't introduced you yet. We are that.
Oh, okay.
The voice that you're hearing along in conjunction with mine is that of the lovely and talented Miss Emma Gleason. Let's say hello to her.
Chick on a stick. It's time for a chick. on a stick.
G'day, g'day. Hi guys, how is everyone this week? I hope you're all warm with all this crazy snow.
Some of them are in warmer climes, babe.
Yes, this is true. My brethren are in warmer climes. Cool.
Yeah, you're
I
Aussie peeps.
I was supposed to have that ready.
Oh, nice. You guys can scan that.
I was going to put the stand in place.
It's not tall. It's not tall enough.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Oh,
even,
okay,
it's
so
not
you
even
can't-
close to tall enough.
Oh, okay.
This is for regular-sized humans.
Yeah, I thought I'd set that up before the show, and I forgot to remind you guys that when you tune in each week, let Ben know where you're coming, where you are, and he can incorporate you into the song.
Into the opening, the
Yeah.
ridiculous glam rock
'Cause
opening song.
Idaho and Buffalo are getting way too much.
They're getting too much play because they rhyme with hello.
But we do get Buffalo every week.
Oh, we got
Because
Michigan.
that's UCJ is in Buffalo.
Michigan just popped up. Somebody says 21 degrees in Michigan. So yeah, what the hell? You don't have to just tell us where you are. Give us the current weather conditions. Like
And then you will be a meteorologist. Oh, speaking of which,
We're in Ontario. It's 18 degrees and we've got a light wintry mix.
Speaking of which, you don't have to watch this show to see Ben be a meteorologist. You can watch him be a meteorologist on YouTube. And
Oh shit! I totally forgot about it.
I thought you did. That's so funny. We did a thing here in the house. It doesn't look like it. Ben did some really great production work on it.
It was our first thing. It was like, all right, let's set up a green screen and let's do something fun. So we did. We
And
made. You guys should check it out.
Yeah,
it's
and I'm
pretty
the reporter throwing to Ben at the beginning, and
I wrote her in.
and
I was like, I've got a part for you. That's how I picked her up. I got a part for you in my short film. Not true.
oh, he's not that smooth.
Hey, now wait a minute. You guys should totally watch that. It's very funny.
It's funny. I did post it. Oh, gosh, a while back now. But in this past year, I put it up again. But I can put it up again if you guys want to see it, or you can just find it on YouTube on Ben Bailey Comedy channel.
Yeah, go to Ben Bailey Comedy on YouTube and check it out and tell us what you thought of it. And watch the other stuff there, you guys. There's lots of stuff there. There's a whole stand-up special, which you guys probably
Yeah.
know about, which is now again available on Sirius and Spotify and Pandora and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Road Rage and Accidental Ornithology
And it's on Amazon Prime.
was not available for a while, but someone bought all the rights to it. And now it is available again. So listen to it, because that means I make money.
Yeah. Then we eat.
Yeah, and then we've got food to eat.
And then Sparky eats too.
Maybe. Fucker, you know,
Well,
he ate twice. He
I
had
was
2
gonna
dinners.
say.
That little son of a dog
Yeah, he
has.
tricked me.
Yeah.
He
I fed him, and then I came down here, and I was like, you know, I was just like lifting some weights a little bit.
Ben's warming up for the show. We treat it seriously like a real theatre show.
And
Anyway, I went upstairs to
I forgot to tell Emma that I fed him.
and I was in our bedroom, and then I came down and I opened the door to come downstairs, and he was lying at the top of the stairs. And I was like, "Oh, hey, buddy, you could have come in. I had the little bed that he doesn't like to lie on."
He lied straight to her face, is what happened.
And I was like, "Oh, he's waiting up here for me because he hasn't eaten yet."
Oh, no, it's just because he loves you.
And admittedly, I am that's my responsibility, is like feeding Sparky. You know how you always have things that you do in the household. Anyway, so I normally feed him.
I feed him too, everybody.
Ben does feed him too, but you do a lot of other stuff and a lot more things than I do.
If it was up to me, he'd get fed once a month if he behaved.
Yeah.
And we'd never let him in the house.
So we came down. So he totally lied to me. He totally pretended like he hadn't been fed, and he lined up on his mat, and he was all perfectly behaved, and waited till I put his food in the bowl, and he ate it all up, and then and then it went to, and then not 2 minutes later, you're like, "Oh, hey, babe. By the way,
I
Sparky."
fed Sparky before I came down, so you wouldn't have to.
And I look over, and he's lying on his bed, and I was like, "Oh my god,
He's
yeah,
over. He's over.
He lied to me."
He was in
And
the
I
corner
looked,
playing a fiddle.
and he's just like this, and he went. Like he thought he was gonna get in trouble.
He is.
I didn't yell, I just laughed.
You just
But he
wait till your
knew.
father gets home. Oh,
It
Sparkleby.
was
That's
very
the
funny.
first time that's happened, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm playing with my silhouette in the music stand.
Are you having fun?
Yeah. I'm enjoying it.
What are
I
you
feel like
doing?
it's you'd have to watch the video to see,
Okay.
but there's like a double
Oh, I
silhouette
see.
of my face
I
in
see
the.
if I look down there.
And if I exaggerate my mouth movements, you can really see them in it. Okay. Weird moment, everybody. It's Emma Gleason with the news.
Oh yeah. Would you like some news?
Yeah, have you got any?
All right. Yeah.
We'd all like a bit of news if you've
I
got any.
forgot to get a picture for the news story this week. Well, I have a couple.
No picture.
I have some other ones that I.
Oh, I just hit myself in the face with you.
Ow.
Yeah.
I see. I don't have to do it. He just does it for me. I have some other stuff that's old that I can tell you about.
Okay.
But there was a funny story this week.
Okay, awesome.
You got, which one do you guys want?
I want to hear the funny story.
Okay. All right. It's all funny. You know me. My news is not very serious. I'm too sensitive for the serious news.
Yeah,
All right.
fuck the bad news.
We can all find the bad news.
This
for
is supposed to
ourselves
be
way
fun,
too easily.
funny. It's funny news,
All right.
weird news, strange things that animals do, that sort of thing.
I mean, this is like COVID related,
Okay.
but you guys.
It's
know,
often COVID related, yeah. People eating in a
usually-
bubble, that kind of
yeah.
shit.
But is this a very unusual way that there was an outbreak in Chile
Oh boy.
that led to 15 infections?
Mm-hmm.
All these people went to a party. It was a birthday party
Okay, mistake number one.
for a cat.
Fuck you. Fuck those people. There's an outbreak of COVID because they went to a cat's birthday party.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and as you know, I mean, I'm sure you guys know, and we talk about like our level of what
better
we
be-
think is being careful is different to other people's, and you talk, and they're like, oh yeah, we're all being careful and blah blah blah, and then you hear
yeah, we just went to Garfield's party the other day is all.
right that you
We're being
hear-
totally careful.
yeah, you hear that a friend of a friend's kids went out on New Year's Eve, and now their whole family's infected, and blah blah blah.
Yes.
But this is like, yeah, they
Oh, that's
went
ridiculous.
to a birthday party for a freaking cat. I don't, nothing against cats.
I disagree. Fuck cats.
I mean,
This
this
is
cat
not
in
an
particular,
instruction,
The
people.
cat didn't ask for it.
No, that's true. It's a good point. It's the people's
but,
fault.
yeah, so.
But cats are very selfish anyway.
Yeah, so 15 people got infected. The cat was not infected.
Oh, the cat's fine, yeah.
The cat's fine.
That's not surprising at all, you know. People are dropping and the cat's just like,
Yeah, and then of course, 15 of those people passed it on to while you do. I'll just keep talking while you do your best cat imitation.
that was
over
pretty,
there.
that wasn't bad, right?
Yes.
The finger part is very catty. Very.
Oh God, if cats could isolate their middle digit.
I don't even know if they have a middle one. They only have 4, right? So they'd have to,
Really?
I have no idea. If there's any cats out there, let us know. Show us your paws. We'll come to your fucking birthday party.
Yeah. So anyway, they sorry. Come to your birthday party. So
We are having some fun now, people.
Oh, I was going to say there's probably
Not a lot, but
cats
some.
watching this show because this week, like we've told you guys that Sparky likes to bark whenever there's a dog on the TV or whatever. He runs
Oh, yeah.
at the TV.
Doesn't have to be a very realistic dog either.
No, and yeah, this week, in one day, he ran at it's the screen projected on the wall. In our case, he ran at the screen and twice in one day when I was watching TV
Barking at something on the TV
for two things that weren't dogs. One,
that were not actually dogs, right?
yeah, one was like I was watching a movie and there was a woman like imitating a dog, pretending to be a dog, down on all fours, barking and growling, and he ran.
I meant to
I have to send that actress a tweet.
I meant to
say,
ask you, what movie was that?
It's
Where there's a woman
called-
pretending to be down on all fours, barking like a dog. What were you watching in there?
It's called Ruby Sparks.
What were? I was going another.
Oh, sorry.
What were you and Sparky
my brain
watching
isn't on that
with
wavelength
such
enough.
filthy content?
Yeah, watching porno with my dog.
Wow. So yeah, she
COVID
must
really has hit me hard.
she
yeah,
must have done
no.
a great job of acting like a dog.
Yeah, clearly I was like, wow, that is the definition of her doing a great job. Sparky like and growling.
That's
and-
funny because Sparky and I watched the whole movie Walk Like a Man, and he didn't bark once. He didn't react at all.
What?
That's me slamming another comedian.
Oh.
All right, so please, sorry, a brief pause, and now we'll continue with
and
the
then,
story.
oh no, and then Ben and I watched the show together that night and called the Goes Wrong Show.
Oh, the Goes Wrong Show, yes. You guys
And
should
they
check that out. It's
had-
hilarious.
Funny. That's on Amazon Prime, and they had a fake dog. I'm not giving anything away. They had a fake dog on a wheelie thing that they were operating remotely by remote control and moving around, and it was meant to look fake.
It wouldn't fool a fucking squirrel. Like, there was a squirrel in there with us, and he was like, that's not a dog. What the fuck is that? But Sparky...
And it's hokey.
it is
It's meant to
deliberately
be-
very
it's
hokey.
deliberately meant to look bad, but Sparky up off the couch, running at it.
He was
like-
all over that thing.
And the dog, they had a person voicing the dog going, bark, bark.
I think if we weren't around, he would have made love to it.
Tim.
No, he's
Money
still
down the
broken.
drain.
He's still broken.
Yeah, so realistic dogs. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, the story, the cat birthday party, I thought it was pretty funny that Francisco Alvarez, the regional secretary for the Ministry of Health in that area of Chile, he confirmed the outbreak in a public statement, and it also said that he didn't believe the story when he first heard it.
About it being a cat's
Yeah.
birthday party.
Yeah. It's like, he just
But
thought,
it turned out to be true.
he thought it was a joke when he
Right.
first heard.
It was a cat's birthday. Like, ha! Yeah,
And then
good
he-
one.
And then he was like, oh, no, it really happened. And then he thought, okay, they're trying to hide something else. They weren't really like breaking quarantine or
Yeah, right. Lockdown or whatever.
Restrictions, yeah.
For a cat's birthday party.
yeah.
It was
So-
it was any excuse.
And he's like, yeah, no, it had to be a cover for something else, but no. And then he found out, it really was.
it really was.
Was the worst of excuses. A cat's birthday party.
A cat of all animals. A guinea pig? Sure. How long do they live? Cats have
Yeah,
9
if you
fucking
don't-
lives.
If you don't get here for the birthday party this year,
You might have 150 fucking birthdays with a cat. You could wait till next year.
Oh dear.
A goldfish, a turtle. Turtles live a long time too. So, all right, that's a great story. My hand is killing me.
Thank you,
It is
honey.
the lovely and talented Miss Emma Gleason, folks. There
Love
she
you guys. It's
is.
so good to be with everyone this week.
Oh, so very fun. How about a round of applause, everybody? Give yourself a round of applause, babe.
Thanks, baby.
And while we're at it, how about a round of applause for the frontline workers? They're
Oh yeah.
We stopped doing that a while ago because it seemed like things were getting better, but and they were. But then I think things are pretty bad in the hospitals again of late. Though getting better, though improving.
These people are not getting a break.
They're not getting a break, and thank you to all of you people. If you know someone, tell them that we are saying thank you because they are not watching.
They're working their asses.
They're on the front fucking lines. They don't have time to watch a fucking show.
Well, maybe they do.
Maybe they do. If
They
you guys
wanna
are
get
out there,
home before
thank you.
they-
You're kicking
They're
ass.
falling asleep to us.
Well, yeah, they're like, oh, it's just in time for them.
They haven't made it to this part of the show.
They've not survived
Oh my
so
God.
long.
It's
What?
It's 7 after 10 already.
Are you bloody
I think this is
joking?
going to be one of those 90-minute show ones.
I don't think so. I've had enough.
All right. Goodbye.
I still so long. I've still got beer
Oh, all
that I
right.
could drink.
Yeah.
Most of this one.
All right.
Let's do another drive-by.
Alrighty.
Hit it. Cash cab drive-by, folks. That means wherever you are, if you're sitting in your home, if you're at work, if you're in the bathroom, if you're on a bicycle, take a sip of your beverage. Also, keep in mind you don't have to wait for a cash cab drive-by to drink your drink. You can drink it whenever you want. It's your fucking drink, but you better have a sip now. What I do. Wow. I can't believe we're at over an hour already.
Yeah.
Although we did start a bit late. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
we did. Yeah.
I sure hope you guys weren't like,
Sorry
oh, well,
about
fuck it. I guess they're not doing the show. And if you did, then you wouldn't be hearing me say this anyway. So I guess I'm there.
Doesn't seem to matter how far ahead we start preparing for the show.
Yeah, we're always like, okay, it's down to the final minute and gone, and that's gone. And now we're 2 minutes, now we're 3 minutes late, now we're 4 minutes late. And then something inevitably screws up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it reconnected to the same thing, even though we changed Wi-Fi's, which is like, that's pretty badass.
Nice.
Right? Yeah. I feel like you're not really hearing what I said, but
Sorry.
that's all right. You're doing other things.
That was one of those things right before. I'm like, yes, we got down here. We worked on the volume for the laughs.
We did. I hope you guys.
All the sound effects and.
We did. We set volumes for everything. We lowered the laugh track volume because people were saying that it's a big distraction. We're working hard to get this show just right.
Yeah.
And I think it was great tonight. I think you were all over it, babe.
I hope so. Yeah. Let us know what you guys think. If it was improved or.
Yes,
Or
please. If
anything's
you've got
too
something
loud.
nice to say about us, then
Yeah,
please
that'd be lovely in a nice.
hear it.
In a nice way.
If you've got negative things to say, then keep them to yourself.
Yeah.
Or tell Emma, because I don't want to fucking hear it.
We're all very stressed these days. Say it nicely.
We're feeling better.
No,
but,
we are. We're good.
but
but-
give each other a break, man. If you're in a house with somebody and you're stuck and you've been there for a long time and everybody's antsy and whatever, give each other a fucking break, right? If you're looking at like the person that you're living with and you're thinking about choking them, step outside for a minute and recenter yourself. Give each other a break. Give each other some space, whatever you have to do. Go out for a walk in the blizzard. Put on all your clothing and go out in the blizzard. That's what it is here. It's going to be a blizzard. They're saying like 40-mile-an-hour winds. I exaggerated. 35 mile-an-hour winds.
That's enough.
Yeah. That's a pretty high wind.
That's hefty.
Luckily, everything is already frozen where it sits out there, so no inadvertent projectiles. 35 miles an hour, that can throw shit around, you know?
Yeah.
Small dogs. One day I was walking, it was like crazy wind,
Yeah.
super windy, and I was out walking the pooch, and just scooped it right up.
Are you?
This guy walked by, he goes, "Great day to fly a kite, huh?" I was like, that's my dog. That's like a joke that I wrote myself, and I sort of came at it from a different angle, but it was based on a real experience. I was walking my former dog, not Mr. Sparkleby, the magic Floof and Floof, his predecessor. And it was so windy that her feet she was being lifted up off the ground.
Jesus.
She's like a 40-pound dog. She's about the same size as Barkley.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought she'd be bigger.
She's about his size, but her fur was so thick and like she looked way bigger, but she weighed about the same, maybe a little. Maybe she's closer to 50 pounds.
Yeah.
And the wind was literally picking her up off the ground.
Wow.
Like I had the leash like this, and she was just looking at me like, "What the fuck?
Did we go to the moon?
I'm like, "All right." I reeled her in, and we went in the house.
You like carried her in.
I went and grabbed her and carried her in. She's gonna fucking blow away for real.
That's freaking crazy.
It was crazy.
Where were you?
This
in
is
the
like
city?
no, this is in the burbs, a few towns from here,
Jesus.
a few towns over. The dog, the magic Floof, she almost blew away.
I think that's the sign. I mean, I know people just listen to the weather report, but you know,
The weather guy
happening around
has
you.
got a dog on the end of the leash. The conditions out here are pretty incredible, as you can see.
But yeah.
Dog's in the
So
distance.
if your dog is lifting off the ground, it's time to go inside. I don't care what the weather report or the silly app on your phone says. It's like, oh.
Absolutely.
I remember before I had
Absolutely.
an iPhone when I was working in the bar in the city, people who had iPhones would come in like every day
Right.
and say to me, "Oh my God, like it rains so much out there," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And they're like, the weather app didn't say. It said it wasn't like they wouldn't take an umbrella, or they come in with an umbrella, and I don't know what it was.
Don't forget to look out the fucking window.
It was the iPhone weather app specifically, and I had to start telling people, I'm like, don't listen to that thing.
I've been in the company of other people who were outside in the cold,
Yeah.
freezing, and taking out their phone to look and see how cold it is.
I believe it.
Oh, let's see how cold it is. Oh, yeah, it's turns out it's 26.
Oh,
It
maybe
feels
I should
colder
put
than that.
some-
Yeah, you're right. It does feel. It feels like you're looking at your phone to see what it feels like.
Don't you
It feels
have-
cold as shit. Get in the fucking house.
You have skin on your body, right?
Let's go outside and then check our phones to see what the weather's like. You're out in it. You're in the weather. Stop looking at your phone.
Bernie says, too bad the dog didn't have a cape on.
Oh, I'm seeing that too. Who says the dog wasn't wearing a cape? Who told you that? That's what you imagined. In the real story,
Oh.
the magic Floof always wore a cape.
Yeah.
By the way, an interesting side note, at that house, I was working as a limo driver. And not a limo driver, just a limo driver.
Okay.
And there's a shit ton of funny, weird, crazy stories from that period of my life. But one of them is that I moved in to this house, and I was driving because of my corporate chauffeur job. I had this huge, awesome Cadillac DeVille, pimped out, fucking awesome ride. And I was young, and I moved in there, and this old guy next door, it drove him crazy that I was this young guy that lived next door, and I had this amazing car.
Right.
And I could tell that it bothered him. And I would try to console him, like, it's not mine. I get it with the job. And that just made it worse. You know, he's like, how do you get this freak? So he like hated me because of this awesome car that I had. And I would pull in, we shared a driveway, right? So I would pull into the back, and I would pull forward onto his driveway.
Yeah.
And then back into my spot. So that in the morning, I could just pull straight out.
Right.
And he would always come out and go, "Hey, why do you have to pull out? You come in here and you pull onto my driveway and then you back into your spot. Why do you have to park it that way and go on my driveway?" I'm like,
Oh my God.
I go, well, if if I just pulled into the spot now, then tomorrow I would have to back onto your driveway and you're part of the driveway and then pull out. So I have to go on it. It doesn't matter which way I'm faced the car when I go in. And he was like, he just didn't say anything.
You're gonna come back at me with logic?
I go, okay.
What kind of excuse is that?
I guess it doesn't matter which way the car's facing when I use your part of the driveway to get into the parking spot. So I guess I'll keep doing that. He stood there looking at me. And then I left, and I was on my way to work, and I realized I forgot something. God knows what it was.
Yeah.
At this point, this is the same job where I used to shave on the way there. When the razor caught my face and stuck to my face, I was like, ah! And the thing was like,
So awful.
I was at a traffic light, and the person in the car next to me was like,
Oh.
yeah, I told that story on the show one time.
But still.
It was the same period. That was the same car. But so I had to go back, maybe to get my razor, maybe to get my expense report, something I needed for work.
Yeah.
And I come back, and I see the old guy is at the back of my property, in my yard, by the fence, throwing a bag full of booze bottles over the fence onto the property behind my property, which was a school, an elementary school's property.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my God.
So I pull in, I park, and I get out, and I go, what the fuck are you doing?
Jesus.
And he turns around, he's like, I was just getting rid of some I go get the fuck. Oh man, I never wanted to
Wow.
get violent with an old guy. I was so angry. Like, I really could have gotten in some serious shit about that. He's throwing empty booze bottles onto the property of an elementary school.
But making it
look like I did it, because my house, he did it behind my house, not his.
And you never would have known.
I might have figured it out, or I don't know what.
No, but you wouldn't have been coming and looking over the fence and going, oh look, there's all these booze bottles right behind my fence, and
Yeah, like hours would have gone by before I came back.
And I bet they came from next door to my house, not from the school side, or
Yeah, totally. He was trying to get me in trouble.
Jesus.
Because I so harshly explained to him that I had to go on his driveway no matter which way I parked.
Because you're a young guy with a nice car.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
But I busted him, and he was climbing the fence, and he was not in great shape. I'm not going to say he was a physical wreck who couldn't climb a fence, but it was tough for him to climb the fence and get the bottles over the other side. So I was like, you have to go around and get those and clean it up.
Oh, good.
And he was like, I will. And I was like, yep, I'll be standing right here until you're done. And I stayed. I called work, and I said, you guys aren't going to believe this. I just busted my neighbor throwing garbage. And they were like, all right. So they were cool with it.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
He was a douche. What an asshole to do that,
and a nice
right?
car.
Yeah. And the guy that lived upstairs there, by the way, douche of a whole nother kind. Real creepy fucking dude that lived
That's
upstairs.
the next week's show.
Yeah, we'll save that one for next week's show.
Well, I actually have a couple of requests.
Oh, there's some requests. Okay.
Yeah, the movie.
I don't do requests.
There's another movie line.
Oh yeah. Well, the first one was, "What's the answer to the first movie quote?"
Does anyone remember what the quote was?
Oh God.
It's from yes, it was Agent Handratty is the character.
Yeah.
Played by Tom Hanks. And the film, Catch Me If You Can.
Oh yes. I know that name. I love that.
Are you saying you fellas would like to hear me tell a joke?
I
When they're in the car, they're giving him shit for being so stiff and
Oh yeah.
serious all the time. And then he says, all right, I'll tell you guys a joke. Knock, knock. And they're like, who's there? Go fuck yourselves.
So good.
And then later, these guys are basically kind of stymieing what he's trying to do. And
Yeah.
And he he comes back. He starts to leave, and he comes back to the office, and he says, would you guys like to hear me tell a joke? And they're like, sure. And he's like, knock, knock. And then you just know he's going to tell them to go fuck themselves. Which is, that is a great quote. And that is a great movie.
Yes.
I fucking love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies for
I
sure.
love that movie. We have that in common, that if that comes on, you just you can't help
Oh,
but
I'm just gonna watch
you
it the
turn
whole
on the
time.
TV and it's on, you're just watching it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, the whole thing. I mean, it's
And-
heartbreaking and like brilliant. It's
Yeah.
just such a great movie.
And I've read the book too. And
I have not read the book. I probably
it's-
should.
You should.
I have this weird fear that the book is going to ruin the
No,
movie
I
for
did.
me.
I watched the movie, and then I read the book, and then I watched the movie again, and I
And
still
it's
watched the
all-
movie.
it all
and I
works.
was like, yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good sign that they did a
it's
great
good-
fucking job.
It is. I mean, maybe if you read the book first and then watched the movie, you may not feel the same way. But
Right. But yeah, I guess going the other way.
but there's all sorts of
Like
details. in
Karate
the
Kid,
book.
I read the book first. I'm just kidding. There is actually the
Yeah.
reason I said that is because there is a book version of the Karate Kid
Is
that
there?
was written after the movie.
Oh right, yeah.
It's called
Yeah.
Karate Kid the novel.
Go fuck yourself.
Go Karate Kid, go fuck yourself. That's what it says on the first page. Go fuck yourself. There's no book. Watch the movie, LaRusso.
Oh god.
Wow, we've been on here a while. I think maybe.
A couple.
Oh, okay, right.
A
Yeah.
couple more things.
Yeah.
I
Catch me
like-
if you can, Tom
Ja-
Hanks.
Yeah, Jacob said no cat was infected during the filming of this live stream. I thought that was very entertaining.
Oh, don't we have an awesome prop cat somewhere?
Oh my god, we do.
We should be incorporating
Oh,
the
we
prop
have to bring the
cat.
cat in.
If you guys watch Blam,
Oh my god, Sparky's never seen the cat.
Sparks will go nuts.
Oh my.
If you guys haven't seen Blam, watch Blam. Blam is like our masterwork up to this point, I feel
Yeah,
like. I love
yeah,
it.
it really is.
Blam is badly written action man. I play the character badly written action man, or Blam. And it's just that. He's the world's greatest action hero with the world's worst writer.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to Adam for helping me come up with that little tagline, as well as a lot of the funny stuff in it. But check that out on the YouTube channel, Ben Bailey Comedy on YouTube. Blam! And you can see our prop cat, which has lifelike motion if you
Yeah.
remember to turn the fucking thing
Yeah.
on before you shoot,
We
which we
see.
didn't.
I did. I turned it on.
Right, yeah, but he turned it off, right?
I gave it it just times out, and
Oh,
I
right.
gave him this whole lesson on how to, with the cat and everything, and then I went into makeup, and that's the problem with assistant directing and also being in it, and having to get your makeup done and blah blah blah, and then I
Are you
wasn't.
trying to renegotiate your contract right now?
No, I am the
Live on
bloody
TV?
assistant director. You look at the credits. Anyway. So, and then, Ben was in that scene, so that was where I came in. That's when I was able to say, turn the bloody cat back on, when you were acting and you couldn't see that the cat wasn't moving at all. It still
The
looks
cool
really
thing
good
is it
and
doesn't
lifelike.
matter at all. The cat looks fucking great.
But we'll have to pull it out and show you guys.
I think all our
what it was
everything we
really
did in
supposed
that.
to do.
I think everything came out quite well. You
It
guys
was fun.
should watch it and enjoy it.
Someone saying you remind them a lot of George Carlin,
Oh wow!
and if not
You mean
Ben,
like personally?
and if not Ben,
Thank you.
who would you get to play Carlin in a biopic?
I'm
That's pretty awesome.
I'm too physically large to play him. I think.
We'll just get you to
I'm just kidding.
kneel and put shoes on your knees.
I've
and-
that is very flattering. That's a really very flattering thing for you to say, for anyone to say to me. A lot of people have said that. I guess I think I was more influenced by Carlin's writing than I would realize. But wow, thanks, man. That's great. That's a really nice thing to hear. It's about the writing for me, honestly, and I believe it was for him too. But for sure, it was for him. But he also had like, he wanted to tell people what the fuck they were doing wrong in their life,
Yeah.
and point out how people's behavior was fucked and how cultural thing, like he had a message and a sort of a point. I don't. I'm just rambling stupidly just to make people laugh, and
I don't know.
I don't have any agenda. I mean, other than like be good to each other, or else. But it's not the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I think there's a
like
few-
George did.
A few times when you point out why people are stupid.
I'll do that from time to time for
Yeah.
sure, especially if they make me, which they do often in a live show environment.
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
time. But I was really lucky. There was a tribute to George Carlin, a whole thing put together, and they very last minute said, "Hey, we should include Ben in this." Because what happened is, I have my special Road Rage and Accidental Ornithology is on my YouTube channel, and it did really well. It's like 1.5 million plus views, and there's literally hundreds of people likening me to George Carlin, which is like
In the comments.
makes my heart sing, for real. And because of that, they were like, "We want to include you in this thing." So it was a tribute online to a whole like documentary about George Carlin and what he meant, and the importance of his work and just how great the guy was. And it's actually it was online, and now it's going to be featured. It's in the Museum of Comedy. A museum specifically dedicated to stand-up comedy, which of course is in upstate New York somewhere.
Right.
So I'm in there in the George Carlin thing, which is like
So cool, babe.
it's just so cool. I couldn't be more flattered. So thank you very much for that.
Rambling. If you want to keep him talking, bring up George Carlin and
Yeah.
tell him he's similar. He'll chat and chat and chat away.
We have one more request. It's for a Sparky video.
I'm afraid I don't take requests, okay?
A Sparky video? Do we have one?
And you haven't told us what quote that is. I do have a Sparky
Which
video.
which quote?
I don't take requests. The one you were just.
I don't do requests. It's Commando. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
In Commando, I think
I don't even
it's one of his
know.
one-liners where they're like, "Oh, could you blah 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 blah," and he's like, "I don't do requests." It's one of his little one-liners. I think pretty sure it's Commando.
And that
Arnold, yeah.
was the whole motivation for Blam, right?
Well, pretty much. Blam was inspired by the action hero movies of the '80s, which are largely dominated by Arnold. Commando, the character in Commando, Blam, they have similar outfits. That's all I'm willing to say is they have similar outfits. There's a great part in Commando, like he plays this guy who's like, he was the best of the best, but now he's out of the business.
Yeah.
And he's just like working a farm somewhere trying to lay low.
Right.
And it's he and his daughter, who's played by Alyssa Milano,
Oh, really?
who's like 11 or 10 at the time. And it's pretty funny. The bad guys come there. First, the good guys come trying to warn him and tell him, and then the bad guys show up. So I think it's he and Bill Duke, who's awesome, by the way, in a lot of stuff, and directing stuff, too. I'm going to have me some fun. I'm going to have me some fun. That's another quote for you.
Oh, wow. 3 quotes tonight.
But so he's like, they're coming from over there, and he's like, what am I supposed to do? Smell them or something like that? And Arnold's like, I did. And he smelled the bad guys coming around the fucking mountain.
God.
That's great though. But then he like pushes a truck like down a mountain and jumps in because they cut it won't start because they fucking sabotaged it.
Oh my
So he just
God.
rolls it and jumps in and drives it down the hill. And then the bad guys are on a road like this, and he's just going straight without any. And he still catches them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Commandos, that's the best. At one point, he like breaks out of a shed, and he's got circular saw blades, and he's throwing them and like cutting people's heads in half, and like it's just the most ridiculous shit.
Oh.
Awesome, like 80s action hero shit at its best, worst best.
Nice.
That's a great movie, super fun, and Blam owes a lot to it. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to say any more. We are 84 minutes in. I think it's time to check out if there are any holidays. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but on pretty much every day in the calendar, whatever calendar you have, it's broken into days. And every single calendar day, there are holidays.
There are.
Usually at least 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes like enough actual real national holidays that you can't even fucking list them all. Sundays are particularly good, and we celebrate these ridiculous holidays in our closing segment, which is called Sunday, which is coming up. First, we talk to Emma and we see what she's come up with. Are there any bizarro holidays today?
We have National Backward Day today.
National Backward Day.
Not backwards, backward.
Backward.
Like,
Okay. National Backward Day.
I would have thought it'd be backwards day.
Is there any elaboration of what that means or what we're supposed to do to celebrate it?
Yeah, it honors everything.
You're like, yeah, but it's written backwards and I can't understand it.
Seriously, they actually wrote it backwards. The National Backward Day. And then it says, "This is a good day," is written backwards underneath. It honors everything backward with an opportunity to reverse our ways, our direction, or simply our shirt. So if you haven't been wearing your shirt backwards or having dessert for breakfast, then get on it.
Dessert for breakfast.
Oh, fun fact.
Fun fact. And flip over your shirt.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Leonardo da Vinci wrote backward. Not only did the artist and inventor write from right to left, but he also wrote his letters backward. I don't find that a fun fact because it doesn't... Because I'm feeling like your face right now. There's not enough explanation there. That's not a fact. That's just weird.
How does anybody know how he wrote? He wrote from right to left.
That's what they're
He
saying.
wrote backward and he did what else backward?
They're saying he wrote his letters backward. Like, did he write as a way of, like, disguising what he was saying? Or, like...
I feel like Leonardo da Vinci could write in several different directions if he chose. Right? He's like the Renaissance man, right? He could write from left to right or right to left. He could probably write from the bottom up if he wanted to.
Sure.
Okay. And Leonardo DiCaprio, too. He's also very adept at writing in different directions. And he can play that guy very well. I bet you Leonardo DiCaprio is named for Leonardo da Vinci.
Probably.
I've not read that anywhere, but I'll
mean...
bet it is. Leo, feel free to chime in and let us know if that's accurate. Also, great impression of Jack Nicholson's eyes. Have you ever seen that video of Leonardo DiCaprio doing? He's on this weird, I guess it's not weird, it's just a regular Japanese chat show. Which is not so
it's
much like
regular.
our...
very normal to them.
It's like Chinese food is just food in China, right? But they're asking him, in their translation, they're asking him, do you have any impressions or whatever? And he says, oh, I can do the Jack Nicholson eye thing. And they're like, okay. And then he does it, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? How did he do that? It's crazy. He just kind of fucks with his eyes, and he looks just like... it's like De Niro.
That's a cool chat show.
Oh, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. That's another video that you should check out. That was very cool.
That's awesome.
But it's an exaggerated one. It's like the De Niro, are you talking to me? Like, it's like a super, here's like extreme Jack's eyes.
Yeah.
It's very good. Very good. Okay, so.
Like your Robert De Niro.
Well, I could do
video.
I could do it either way. Yeah, the video is over the top.
Yeah.
So National Backward Day.
Yep. National Inspire Your Heart with Art.
National Inspire Your Heart with Art Day.
Okay.
And National Bigwig Day.
Bigwig.
Yeah.
Meaning like wear a big wig, or like it's a day to celebrate executives, because fuck that.
No, it's actually fundraising.
Oh, okay, great.
They're saying putting the fun in fundraising while bringing awareness to many causes.
I never noticed that fundraising had so much fun right at the beginning of it.
Close to many hearts. So we've been doing that stuff.
We have. Okay. Bigwig Day, Backward Day, Inspire Your Heart with Art
Day. Very good. And we can throw in National Hot Chocolate Day, too.
Hot Chocolate Day? Okay. And? Is that it?
I think that'll do you.
All right.
Oh, well.
Unless you got another one.
Let's not forget National Kazoo Day.
Kazoo Day?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I wish I had a kazoo, but I don't.
Oh, you're not a member of the Kazoo.
I have a harmonica. I'll see if I can work it in somehow. All right, so what have we got? Let's run through them again real quick. National Backward Day. National Inspire Your Heart with Art Day.
National Bigwig Day.
National Big Wig Day.
And National Kazoo Day.
And National Kazoo Day. All right, folks, this is it. It's time for Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
This weekend, one day only, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's Day Backward National. And if that's not good enough for you, you better put a wig on and it better be big, because it's Big Wig Day. And if you got nothing else to do, you better inspire your heart with some guy named Art. You and Art go out and inspire your hearts and play a fucking kazoo. Do it now!
Woo! That was awesome, baby. Well done.
Oh, shit. You guys, that is it for our show. Thank you so much for staying with us. You're right, babe. We're at 90 minutes. So much fun. So glad we get to do this every week with you guys. Please tell other people about this. Like and share the videos on YouTube. Put a little money in the tip
Like
jar
this video
if you
that
can.
you're watching.
Yeah, like this one. Share this one. Whatever. Help us with this stuff. We're trying to create good content for you guys. The more you watch it, the more you share it, the better for us, the better for you. And that's it. This has been episode 62
Wow.
of Working From Home. I, of course, am Ben Bailey.
And I am Emma Gleason.
It's time to juggle some fucking chickens!
I couldn't find the chickens, but now I got them.
I can't juggle the chickens!
See you later, sucker!